Hello everyone, today we're going to be talking about 5 unique old MLB stadiums that were used in the past. These stadiums had unique dimensions. I'm not going to talk about features the stadium had, like amenities and stuff like that much. That's not going to be factoring into my list, but these are going to be the top 5 crazy stadiums featuring dimensions. I'm not going to include modern stadiums, although Fenway would be close to making the list. We're going to start with 2 honorable mentions. Number 1, Old Yankee Stadium. It was 461 feet to center field, and even prior to that, it was considered 490 feet. Sometimes they had the Monument Park in center field. It was in play, and it was just a very unique stadium. Let's move over to honorable mention number 2, Hilltop Stadium in New York City. This stadium is home of the New York Giants before the Polo Grounds, and was also home of the New York Highlanders, which is the Yankees. If you want to learn more about the histories, check out my previous video. Its stadium had unique dimensions. In right field, it was 385 feet. In right center, it was 424 feet. In center field, it was 420 feet. In left center, it was 378 feet. And in left field, it was 365 feet. A pretty big stadium, but the best thing about it, it had a 91-foot backstop. That's bigger than one of the bases. So just think about it. Behind home plate, you have the distance to first base. Let's get into the list. So number 5, we have Ebbets Field. It was home of the Brooklyn Dodgers. It's also located in Brooklyn, New York, and it is famous for its curved centerpiece at home, but that's not what we're going to be talking about today. Today we're going to talk about the dimensions. It was 297 feet to right field, 344 feet to right center, 399 feet to center field, 351 to left center, and 348 to right center. It was a relatively small stadium, and it was pretty hitter friendly at the time. Wall in right field, one of the shorter sides due to space. They can't really build everywhere. They have to be constricted in the land they have. It was bigger in 1931 to 1947, and then the dimensions I read earlier, it was moved to in 1948 to 1957. Prior to that, it was much larger and had 407 feet deep left center before they shortened it and made it a more friendly ballpark for hitters. But the short right field remained the same. Number 4 on this list is League Park in Cleveland, Ohio. It was home to the Indians for a couple of years, their first years before they built a new stadium. And after the Indians, it hosted a team in the minor league, the Cleveland Spiders, and the Negro League Cleveland Buckeyes. This field, also similar to Ebbets in its dimensions, had 375 foot to left field, 415 foot to left center, 460 foot to its deepest part. Dead center was only 420 feet. Right field, 340 feet. And it was another one of the stadiums that had a larger wall than the rest of the stadium in the short field of right, although it did feature a very big center field. The stadium was also used for football. You can see in the image that its shape definitely would fit a football field easily. A lot of these stadiums were multi-purpose, and you can definitely tell in the shape. Number three is a very interesting stadium, the Baker Bowl, also known as the Cigar Box or the Bandbox. It was home of the Phillies from 1887 to 1895. Then it was renovated 1895, and they used it from 1895 to 1913. It was only home of the Phillies, 300 feet, and to the right field corner, it was 280 feet. This field's famous for having a 60-foot wall in right field, so it is the original Fenway. It had the Green Monster before the Green Monster was a thing. It was known as the Baker Wall. You can see in images that they used it for advertising. What else are you going to do with a gigantic wall? It was 60 feet tall, which is 23 feet taller than the Green Monster at Fenway, which is only 37 feet tall. And the Green Monster is 310 feet away. This was 280 feet from home plate. The stadium also hosted Negro League games, also hosted the new Negro League World Series, but did not have a home team. Of damage, which is equal to $2.3 million today, but it was luckily for them, it was covered fully by insurance. Number 2, the infamous Polo Grounds. Everybody knows about the Polo Grounds, shaped like a bathtub. It was in Upper Manhattan, home of the New York Giants. It was 279 feet to left, 450 feet to left center, 483 feet to dead center, 449 feet to right center, and 258 feet to the left field corner. Had high fences, but not incredibly high, as seen in other stadiums. It was just a big field, home of the infamous Willie Mays catch. Lakefront Park can be heard a lot. It is known for causing the MLB to make rules on the fences. In left field, it was 186 feet deep. In center field, it was 300 feet deep, and in right field, it was 196 feet deep. Did not read that wrong. It was an incredibly short park. The team used it from 1880 to 1882 and had them win 3 World Series championships. In 1882, they were forced to expand it due to new MLB rules for dimensions. In 1885, they opened Westside Park, so they continued to stretch the rules here. The rule was you need to have your fences be 215 feet, and they made the left field and right field dimensions 216 feet. The stadium was designed for home runs to be hit in a time when home runs weren't that common. So imagine if we had a stadium like that today. Just for comparison, most Little League stadiums that you play on until you're 12, those are usually 200-foot fences. This was 186 feet for professional baseball players. Let me know what you guys think of these stadiums. Comment if you've heard of any before, and let me know if you think I got the list wrong.